Hey, what's happening, my fearless networking friend? Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another training episode. And this subject matter I'm going to be talking about with you guys today is pretty common, something that people are always asking about. Like how do I get people, how do I get people to rank advance, or how do I get more people to rank advance? And I'm just going to have a very straight up open discussion with you, and then you can take with whatever from this episode and choose to apply it, or maybe have a little reflective session with yourself and go, am I doing these things? What things do I need to change in order for more people on my team to rise in rank? So obviously in any direct selling or network marketing company, there are pin levels or ranks that people are ultimately looking to strive to achieve. The based on sales volume, based on numbers of people. The more sales, the bigger the team, the more volume, the more activity, the higher the rank, and typically the higher pay. Probably opens you up to more commissions, and just the fact that there's a sheer higher amount of volume that's running through your organization, you're going to make more. So, let's just kind of think about this for a second, okay? So. And this is a complaint or an issue people have that comes up all the time, okay? So this is not some weird oddball question that gets thrown my way. It's pretty normal. So, all right, so if I was just having an open, straight up conversation with you, and you're saying, Todd, look, I have a team, but very few people of them are doing anything or doing much. Nobody's really rank advancing, okay? All right, well, first of all, is there rank advancing happening or growth happening outside of your organization and your company? And chances are the answer is probably yes to that question. So there are other people that are growing, other people that are rank advancing, or other people that are having teams where individuals are rank advancing, but you're not. Okay, so it's not the company in this case, right? It's not like there's some inherent flaw or issue with the company. It's what's happening in your own sales team, in your own organization. So if I was faced with that issue and I knew that there were other people in the company where they were seeing success and I wasn't, I would be like that curious, like you guys have heard me say this phrase, I think it's a great quality as a networker is to be curious, to be inquisitive, wanting to know, willing to actually ask, willing to reach out, being humble enough. Like, dude, I don't understand this. Can you explain this? Or what are you doing? Can you explain to me what you're doing? Nothing's happening in my organization. Obviously, things are happening in your organization. There's people on the leaderboard. There's constantly people rank advancing. And maybe you can discover something through modeling or through asking somebody else who is seeing success and you're not, and maybe find out, okay, what are they doing differently than what I'm doing? Okay, that's a really important thing across all the different things that we do in network marketing. If somebody in your company is seeing success and you're not seeing success, whether it's you're not recruiting or you're not very good at acquiring customers and somebody else is, or you've got a team of people that aren't doing anything but other people are, what are they doing differently than you are? So that would be kind of a starting point for me is looking around and are there people that are seeing successes when I'm not, or seeing, in this case, rank advancements taking place and I'm not. So that might give you an idea. You might come to some conclusion that, wow, they have a very systematized approach towards what they're doing. They have some very simple training that people are able to understand and comprehend, and it's easy for them to follow. Because here's the other thing, if there's different reasons why people don't do stuff. So in other words, if people aren't rank advancing in your team, chances are they're probably not doing very much or doing anything. So why are they not doing something? Sometimes it's psychological, right? Sometimes it's fear-based, or it's self-worth issues. I don't want this particular episode to be super long, but sometimes it's psychological, and sometimes it's, I don't know, for lack of a better word, it's like mechanical. It's the mechanics of what's going on. Like you may be you like comparing your, let's say you're like there's this other organization that's seeing all these rank advancements and yours isn't. Well, what are they doing that you're not doing, or vice versa, right? Are they providing their individuals an easy step-by-step, easy to comprehend, easy to understand? I was going to say comprehensive, but I think comprehensive is oftentimes too many details, too much information, and sometimes, by the way, that can cause stall, right? So if it's too difficult, if it's too hard to understand, if it's complex, right? Tony Robbins says complexity is the enemy of execution. So, and you guys, if you follow me for a period of time, you know you've heard me say this, like, you want to keep it so simple, a 7-year-old could do it. So I think it's important that if people aren't doing stuff or they're not rank advancing, that you have to look at like what path are they on, or what are you providing them so that they can easily understand, easily comprehend the things that must be done in order to acquire new customers or recruit new distributors to be able to build their business. Because if they don't, then there's like I said, the mechanical side. Like if they don't know what to do or how to do it, they're very not likely to do it. So they'll continue to stay in avoidance procedure or just do whatever. They're just not doing anything because they don't know what to do or how to do it. And that this is the same thing with anything. Like if you're confused by something or you don't understand something, you're going to avoid that thing because you don't understand it and you don't know how to do it. And most people don't want to look stupid, right? So I'd rather just do nothing than look stupid, because I don't want to look stupid trying to do something I don't know what to do or how to do it. So are you providing people an avenue or a pathway for them to understand, for them to comprehend? So I'm not going to give you like step 1, step 2, step 3, but first thing would be like, is it happening? Is there rank advancing and growth happening with other people in my company? Chances are that the answer is yes to that question. Then you can kind of go into a discovery and try to figure out like what are they doing within the team that you're not doing. Okay. Then we got to look at like probably our onboarding process, our getting started process, and our ongoing training and educational process that's providing people the things that they need so that they can further themselves along in growing their business, right? So those are a couple of things to look at. Another thing, like in terms of like your personal recruits, the people that you personally bring in, are you providing them ample hands-on guidance and help for them to figure it out? Because I don't know that, like a really experienced person could probably come in, you could point them over to a fast start training and they can, they've done it before, they can figure it out because they've done it before, because they've got the, they've got the experience, the prior experience. But a brand new person may need a little bit more hand-holding or a little bit more hands-on help so that they can get through those initial phases of basic comprehension or understanding of the things that we do to grow the business. Do they know how to prospect? Do they know who they're going to be talking to, or what are they going to be guiding them or directing them to in order for them to be able to go build their business? Like, and this goes down to like, the systems or the processes that people are following in order to go present your products, your services, or your opportunity. Like for example, this is like be a good question. If you were prospecting me, what would you do with me? Like, what would you put me in front of? Would you present to me manually? Would you be putting me in front of a video presentation? Like, I think video dominates in today's world. So that's another thing. Like when I run accountability programs all the time, and during one of our sessions, we were getting into the conversation about presenting. And not all presenters are created equal. Not all presentations are created equal. Some presentations are more effective than others. So if, like, for example, there's this team over here that's getting all these results and all these rank advancements and yours isn't, what are they putting their people in front of? What process are they taking their prospects through versus what you're doing, right? So this isn't, again, I don't know, what was the word that was, this isn't rocket science, right? This is just like, okay, if it's not working, then look at somebody where it is working for them and what is it that they're doing. Because a lot of things that we do in network marketing is replicating the success of other people, right? And we talk about duplication in network marketing, but it's also replicating something that's been proven and successful to work over and over again. So it doesn't, you don't have to be uber smart in order to figure this out. It's just like, okay, if this isn't working, just with anything, if you're doing something and that thing that you're doing isn't working for you, but it's working for somebody else, what are they doing differently than you are doing? And if you can just copy that person's processes, their proven way of creating success, then very likely you're going to see those successes happen as well. So there's different elements to this conversation as far as why people aren't rank advancing. Who knows? Maybe you have a small team and you just haven't found the right people. I mean, that could be it. Maybe you're like, oh, I've got 10 people on my team and nobody's really doing anything. Well, maybe you just haven't found the right person who is ready to go to work and get after it and do the things that are necessary in order to create success in the business. And I don't know what the numbers are. There's no exact number. For every 10 that you recruit, one's going to go crush it, or for every 20 that you recruit, one's going to go crush it. We don't know the exact numbers, but to some extent it's a numbers game, right? In terms of you're going to have to put in some people before you find the one or the ones that are actually going to do the work necessary to achieve success. So there's different, it could be, again, like, let's go back to the psychology of it for a second. If somebody's fearful and unsure and they have like self-worth issues or belief issues, which is a big thing that a lot of people struggle with up here, if you're helping someone through those initial phases of helping them to develop or find their confidence, they're more likely to act. And I know, especially if you've plugged into me for a period of time, there's something I talk about, this competence-confidence correlation, where the more competent you are, the more highly skilled you are, the more adept at doing something that you are, your confidence is going to rise with the skill. So a big part of what we do in network marketing is helping people to develop their beliefs, to develop their own self-confidence around their abilities, but also developing their confidence and their beliefs around the business model that they're in. Because there's a lot of people that are in network marketing that aren't doing network marketing, and they're not doing network marketing because they're still kind of unsure about the profession. Is this real? Does it really work for people? And they're like, you can't have doubt and belief at the same time. So are you doing things within your organization that are belief builders, that you're really helping people to establish? Again, this goes back to the psychology side of it, that you're helping people to develop a good, solid set of beliefs around the model, the company, the products. Like, for example, if a person has gotten great results with whatever products that you're marketing, let's say it's a weight loss company, and they've lost a bunch of weight from that product, then they're going to have a pretty high degree of belief around the product, and it's going to be a lot easier for them to share that product with other people, because look, I've dropped 75 pounds from this stuff, for example. People are asking them, like, what did you do? Well, I've been taking this product. They're not going to be shy about sharing a product where they've gotten a personal result. Well, what's the personal result? The personal result is they have a belief, because the proof is in the pudding. They've got the evidence before them. But that doesn't mean you have to have the result, the personal product result, first before you can act yourself, because there's probably results and stories from other successful people, which can be that psychological belief builder that people are going to go, wow, look at this person. Well, my friend that brought me into this business, the reason I got into this business is because I saw her and she had lost all this weight from taking this product. I haven't gotten the result yet myself because I just started. That doesn't mean I have to wait to do something until I get the result, because I already have some degree of belief because it worked for my friend, right? So there's different elements, but you can't be in this position, or I don't think it's a wise thing to stay in this position where, and again, I don't want to, I guess I'm going to sound repetitive, whatever, but many of us have heard that one of the definitions of insanity is repeatedly doing the same thing and over again. but you're expecting for something different to occur. You're expecting a different result. That to me is insane. Why would you repeat something over and over again that is not working? Now, if it is working, you want to repeat it over and over again. So, the other thing is, do you have a clear, do your people have a clear pathway to understanding how they're going to rank advance? Do they know what it takes to get to silver? Like that also is an important thing. Do you know? And can you easily, without, you don't have to understand the entire compensation plan or be able to explain your entire compensation plan in order for you or for others to rank advance, but you do know, or you do need to know, well, what do I need to do? How much volume or how many people or a combination of volume and people do I need to have in my organization for me to go from this position to this position in terms of a rank advance? So I think that the wise thing for you to do would be to, okay, if this is troublesome or if this is a problem that you're having in your organization, is just kind of, okay, well, I don't like the way this is working. Good. That's a good thing that you don't like that it's not working, and that you have a willingness to try or do other things or do a little self-analysis as far as what you're doing in comparison to what somebody else is doing who is getting the result. And again, see if you can replicate what they're doing. I mean, look, it could be, look, let me actually, if you have a very small organization, you have 6 or 8 or 10 people, and you're like, why aren't people rank advancing? You probably just don't have enough people in or enough of the right kind of people. But if you got 50, 100, a couple hundred people, and or a majority of the people are stagnant, in other words, they're not doing the activities to grow volume, to grow sales, where there will be rank advancements that are taking place, then there's something that's going on that's causing that to happen. Is it confusion? Is it lack of understanding, not knowing what to do? So again, providing a clear pathway for people to understand how to do the fundamentals. And quite frankly, most of what we do in network marketing is pretty fundamental. It's not, there's not a lot of complex, really hard to understand things that we do. If I'm going to grow my business, I need to make product sales. I need to be out sharing my product with people. Well, then it comes down to, and this is a legitimate question people would have, well, how do I share my product with people? What do I say? Like a brand new person who joins your team, they're like, okay, this is cool, this makes sense to me, but I've never done this before. Well, what do I do, right? I'm in, now what? Like, how do I build the business? Who do I talk to about this? What do I say? Are you providing them enough basic training on how to go about gathering customers and acquiring customers, or how to go about recruiting, what to say to a person, where to direct that person once you've asked a peak interest question or an invite question, what's the next step? And those steps need to be clear and concise and super easy for anybody, even if they've never done this kind of business, to understand. So, look, I could sit here and talk about this for, probably 2 hours and go through all sorts of different scenarios. But again, step one for me, and again, I'm not going step 1, step 2, step 3 in this episode, but okay, first thing I'm going to do is if there's not rank advancing happening for me, but this other team over here, they're having rank advances happen. Well, why is it happening over there? Like, oh, well, they've got this regular weekly opportunity Zoom that's high energy and explains the opportunity in a way that when people are done, they're like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this. This totally makes sense to me. And you're sending somebody to, I don't know, something that's completely confusing and too much detail, or maybe you're sending them to something where there's not even remotely enough detail for them to be able to make an informed decision. So you're sending prospects there, but they don't have enough information when whatever presentation was being done to be able to say, hey, here's my credit card. This makes sense. I'm ready to join. So there's so much that can be learned through observation and through you literally asking questions. Like, that's the one thing that I did and I continue to do, is if I don't understand it, or if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to ask, right? Like, for example, I'm getting into doing a particular type of real estate investing, something new for me, and I'm asking lots of questions. I'm looking for experts who are good at it or know stuff that I don't know, and it's helping me to have a better understanding of how to do it. So if for example, if I'm not going to go ask somebody who's never done anything in network marketing, they're like, oh, can you tell me all about network marketing, how to do network marketing? When they've never done it, seek the advice of experts. You can find experts that are within your company that will have no problem giving you the necessary guidance, giving you the necessary clarity to see if what you're doing is vastly different than what they're doing. And if it's vastly different, that might just be the answer. I mean, there could be a number of different things. You do need to know how to rank advance. How can you help others rank advance if you're unclear how to rank advance? Again, not necessarily needing to have a complete understanding of your compensation plan, but most certainly you need to know what's required to get from this rank to this rank to this rank. And again, I'll just finish with this. It may just be you don't have enough people in there. You don't have enough of the right kind of people in there. I've had people ask me this question, and they're like, hey, I don't, nobody's rank advancing. I got nobody rank advancing in my company. Well, how many people did you put in that? Or how many people on your team that got in to build the business? Well, I have pretty much mostly customers. Well, you're not going to have people rank advancing in your business if you have, 50 customers and 2 people that are, actively or wanting to build a business. If you had 50 people in the business that got in as distributors in your company with the intention of building the business, and then they're not, and then you still have that problem that they're not rank advancing, it's going to come down to they don't know what to do, they don't know how to do it, they need maybe a little bit more of that, I don't want to say, I guess I'll say it, hand-holding, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit more of the hands-on, not literally, but figuratively hands-on help so that they can get through those initial phases where they can now understand it enough to do it on their own, right? So what you ultimately want to be in a position of is first of all, we got to get somebody in, get them to understand the basics of how we go about building the business, putting customers in, putting reps in, and then they can become independent of us because now they know what to do. And you're going to see more rank advancements. If you have 50 reps on your team that have a full and complete understanding of exactly what needs to happen in order for them to grow their business, and they know what to do, they know how to do it, and they're confident in doing the things that we need to do in order to be successful, confident approaching people, confident inviting, confident taking people to a presentation, confident addressing common questions or concerns that somebody has, confident being able to explain the different options that are available in getting started with your company, you're probably not going to have that problem. So I would say if you're struggling with that, take a breath, look at what you're doing, and just kind of see, okay, other people are succeeding elsewhere in my company and seeing lots of duplication happening, lots of rank advancing happening, and I'm not. I think you should try to figure out what the heck are they doing that you're not doing, and that's probably going to be the big problem solver for you. And you're going to go, okay, wow, now I'm seeing rank advancing happening. Again, that's given you've got an organization of some people. Again, if it's 3 people, 5 people, 10 people on your team, quite frankly, you probably just don't have enough people that are actively working the business. Even if you did have enough ABC 1, 2, 3 fundamental training, you still probably just don't have enough people in there that are actively building. We're going to see a lot of rank advancing happening. And the last thing I'll say is, if you bring somebody onto your team and you actively work with them, help them, not never to do it for them, but you help them and you're working with them to help them build the business and help them to really comprehend it, and you're you're mentoring them along the process, you're not going to have a problem of people not rank advancing because you're taking the time and you're being patient enough to help these people figure it out. It's like raising children, right? You're raising kids and you're teaching them how to tie their shoes, how to feed themselves, how to dress themselves, how to be, polite, and all these things that we teach our kids to do. And then ultimately they can become independent of us. But can you imagine having kids and you just threw them out there? It's like, okay, I figure life out. They're never going to figure life out. We need to give them guidance and direction until they can figure it out for themselves. It's the same thing here with our reps. You'll see a lot more rank advancements, a lot more growth happening if you do the things I just shared with you. So anyhow, I don't know where you're at. YouTubers, what's up? Good to see you guys. If you're on my podcast, hello. Good to see you as well. Figuratively, I know you're hearing me on audio. The rest of the stories here on my website, toddfalcone.com/episode 163. Again, TODDFALCONE.com/episode 163. We'll see you on another episode.